Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. Today I wanted to show a snippet roll that I'm doing for a swap with Edwina, and we decided on a Beatrix Potter theme. So I want to go ahead and show you what I created for Edwina, and then when I receive hers in the mail, then I'm going to add to the end of the video the unveiling of what I received from her. This theme was so much fun. I had an awesome time doing this, and I put my heart and soul into it and feel like this is the prettiest creation I've made so far. I just love it, and I really hope that she does too. Let me show you some of the details. So it's really wide. We decided on a 5-inch wide by 44 inches long, so it's a pretty big snippet roll. And as I started at about 4.5 inches, and it just kept growing and growing, and so it is longer, it is wider than that. It's about 6.5, maybe even 7 inches, but it's because I had so much fun stuff that I was layering. There's a lot of neat things like some sari silk. There's a button that I covered with a Peter Rabbit piece of material. There are antique little miniature buttons. Here is a plastic button with a Peter Rabbit image behind it. And of course, lots of layers of lace. We've got some ribbon with little blue roses, Peter Rabbit in the garden with a piece of lace, the mesh lace that covers it, a hanging string of beads on a little braided embroidery floss. Some cute flower trims. I love this part. Oh, I love this part so much. I've got a little tiny miniature china cup and saucer. The bunny is drinking tea. She's having a tea with her little tea service. I tatted this little embellishment and put a pink pearl inside. I've got a stamped teacup and then my tea bag coming out of the cup, and it's a Good Earth tea bag tag with a saying on it. I just love that. That's so fun. And then there's antique buttons. There's some silk ribbon, a watch on a chain, a watch charm on a chain, some more tatted elements. And this is Peter Rabbit's cousins. Some a lace flower, lots of layers of lace. This is their mice at the party. A butterfly applique. There's little places where I put seed beads. A little image that I put in a little tiny frame. And then this was a frame that was actually a piece of costume jewelry, and I put the Peter Rabbit picture inside there. Some materials, really pretty materials, are in the background. They came from my aunt who's a quilter. Pieces of tatted lace that came from an old table scarf. I love this too. This is so cute. This is so cute. Look at this cute image. And I beaded around it. And there's a dragonfly in that picture, so there's a dragonfly charm. And down here is a charm of the frog on the lily pad that you can turn over and see the lily pad. He has his toe in the water. This came off of a china doll. There's some batik materials underneath. Some burlap that has gold in it. Lots of layers of lace, of course. And then up here, I've got Peter Rabbit that is one of those buttons that you cover. So I covered a button, and then there's an antique button beside it. Or actually, that's not a button. That was a piece off some custom jewelry. And then under this beautiful piece of antique lace, this is a really, really old piece of lace. It's layered, and when you flip it up, there's Mrs. Tittlemouse underneath and some beautiful costume jewelry. So she's hidden under the lace. And then there is a cute thistle antique button, some antique glass buttons. I beaded around some trim, a copper or a brass, a really interesting looking brass pin with a bead on it. some sari silk, more beading, more layers. And this one is kind of tucked underneath with some trim. And then this one is from the Tailor of Gloucester, and it's the little mouse sitting on the spool. So there's a little tiny miniature spool, a threaded needle, some sewing scissors, some antique buttons, a tape measure. It's so cute. It just turned out so fun. And then a pair of old antique scissors. It looks like it's a charm that has a little measuring thing and a button. And I added on some really pretty gemstone that's set in some like silver. And then this really cute doily here. This is a piece of a doily. And then this at the very end, this is the end of the book, and at the very end I tatted this little piece as a closure over an antique button. And when you unbutton it, this last part is a flip book of material with images, Beatrix Potter images on each page. So there's a little flip book at the end. And then I did some ribbon embroidered roses, and then the trim underneath makes it look like stems. So there's some ribbon embroidered roses underneath that little tatted piece. So then when you close this up, you button it, you button the little book shut. And it holds the little book closed. And I'm going to flip it over and show you the back. What I did on the back are quotes from the Beatrix Potter books, and they correspond, like this one, this picture of this cat on the top and the little cat charm that's on the top of the book. You have a white cat was staring at some goldfish. She sat very still, but now and then the tip of her tail twitched as if it were alive. Peter thought it best to go away without speaking to her. He had heard about cats from his cousin, little Benjamin Bunny. So that is the image in the book, and that would be the text that goes along with that. When Peter got home, his mother forgave him because she was so glad he had found his clothes. And in one of the stories, and here it's Peter coming home and her washing his clothes. And then there's other stamped images. There's a bird cage on some beautiful batik material. And then this one for the Tailor of Gloucester. The tailor fell ill and was unable to complete the commissioned waistcoat. Upon returning to his shop, he is surprised to find the waistcoat completed. The work had been done overnight by the grateful mice he had released from their imprisonment under teacups hidden by Simkin the cat. So that's part of the story from the Tailor of Gloucester. And then there's a key and some flowers and a butterfly. And then in very early morning, before anybody is awake, Hunca-Munca comes with her dustpan in her room to sweep the Dolly's house. And that's who's under this hidden pocket, is Hunca-Munca. So that's right behind her. And then there's some lilies or things that would be around a pond. And it says, once upon a time there was a frog called Mr. Jeremy Fisher. He lived in a little damp house amongst the buttercups at the edge of the pond. And that is Jeremy Fisher. So I just tried to add parts of the stories in with the pictures on the other side. When the house was beautifully neat, Mrs. Tittlemouse gave a party to 5 other little mice. And so here are the 5 little mice on the other side. And Mrs. Tittlemouse, who's given the party. And the neatest, sandiest hole of all lived Benjamin's aunt and his cousins, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, and Peter. And there are Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter, the cousins. And there's a butterfly and some bees. And then first he ate some lettuce and some French beans. And then he ate some radishes. And that is the story of Peter Rabbit in the garden. So there is my snippet roll for Edwina. I hope that she loves it. I really enjoyed creating it for her, and I hope that it's something that she enjoys and treasures as well. And as soon as I get hers, I excitedly will add to the end of this video and show you what I receive. So it's been a really fun swap, and thanks, Edwina. And until I see you next, I will stop the video and add to it with the receiving of Edwina's snippet. And this is what it looks like rolled and tied. We're not sending them on a wood dowel because of the cost of shipping internationally. So this is it when it's all rolled and tied up with its lace that is sewn into the other end. So this is it. Okay, so I've received my Beatrix Potter snippet from Edwina in the UK, and I just wanted to show it off. Oh, it's so lovely. Look at this beautiful, we weren't going to put them on wood dowels because of the cost, and instead, look what she sent. This beautiful wood dowel with this metal flower hanger for hanging the snippet, and it is just gorgeous. I cannot believe that you did that. It's beautiful. And it says, "The World of Beatrix Potter," and then here's an image behind the curtain of fringe is a photograph of Beatrix Potter, and then a saying here, "There is something delicious about writing the words, the first words of a story. You never quite know where they're going to take you." And look at all the wonderful trims. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And then there is Benjamin Bunny and a bunny charm and a bunny postage stamp. What she's done with each one is done it in material and then a postage stamp and then a corresponding charm at each image down the snippet. It's wonderful. And then look at this cute tuck spot she created with this lovely, looks like maybe a napkin, that she may have put a napkin over it, but it was a piece of a glassine bag, and she filled it with cloth Beatrix Potter images. Look at these Beatrix Potter images that are ready to put on another snippet, and I'm going to use them to make myself another snippet, but I usually make mine and exchange them and give them away, and I'm going to make one for myself and use what Edwina gave me. I just think that's wonderful. That's super special to have something on it from someone that I swapped with. So they went in this cute little tuck bag, and it goes behind the lace and the trims. Look at that. That is so cute. And this metal charm that says "Life is what you make of it," and beautiful bead dangles, beautiful trims and embellishments. And then here is Mrs. Tiggywinkle, and she did it in a rubber stamp, and then material, and the postage stamp, and then a charm. Look at the charm. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. And the embellishments are so pretty. Very beautiful trims, all kinds of neat trims, a ribbon flower, Mrs. Tiggywinkle doing her ironing. I love it. It's so cute. And then this, another pocket that she made out of lace trim. Look how pretty this is. And she took material. She may have even covered this with a napkin, I believe. I think she probably took a cotton linen material and covered it with a napkin that had a bird image on it and bird's nest. It is magnetized. Isn't that the cutest? And there is a package of seeds inside it, and I'm going to plant those in my garden this fall so that they'll come up next spring here in Arizona. But look at that beautiful little envelope. It is so cute. I love this. And it goes in this pocket. So clever, so creative, so unique. Your stuff is wonderful. I love it. And then there's Jeremy Fisher. Again, she rubber stamped. I don't know where you get your Beatrix Potter stamps, but I haven't seen stamps like that here in the United States. There is a set, and they're just little tiny rubber stamped images, but these look like full-size rubber stamps of the Beatrix Potter images. And there's a crocheted flower, lots of gorgeous trims. And there's material with Jeremy Fisher, and then of course she put a fish charm. I love how you coordinated everything like that. It's so cute. This tassel's beautiful. Look at that neat trim. So fun. So fun. The opportunity, with opportunity, the world is very interesting. Look at, she printed things. And then there's Tom Kitten printed and stamped, and he's playing with the butterfly, so she used a butterfly charm. She also used a kitten charm. And then, of course, the postage stamp to carry it through the same way she did the other ones. This beautiful butterfly with pearl embellishments, gorgeous dangles, Jemima Puddle Duck printed, stamped, so cute. And look at this. Squirrel Nutkin material, postage stamp, and look at this beautiful brass squirrel piece. I think it might have been costume jewelry, but look at that. It is so cute. I just love that. It is so cute. This owl is adorable. And then the last one is Peter Rabbit. Beauty is everywhere. A little love charm. Look at this. And then fringe at the bottom. It's just beautiful. So let me slowly take you through this. And this is very wide. We went with we were going with like a 4-inch wide, 4 or 5 inches wide, and hers kind of is like what happened with mine. The more you keep adding, the wider it gets, and so it's a little bit wider. That's what happened with mine too. And I certainly hope that Edwina loves mine as much as I love hers. This is beautiful. This was a wonderful, fun swap. Thank you so much, Edwina, for the time and effort you put into this beautiful piece of artwork. It's gorgeous. It's going to hang on my wall, and I will treasure it forever. Beautiful, and I love Beatrix Potter. So I'm glad we chose that theme together. And then let me show you what else she sent. She really went above and beyond and spoiled me with extra goodies. Look at this beautiful bag of trims and laces. Beautiful stuff for my next snippet roll. This cute Beatrix Potter little makeup bag, and inside it, look at this gorgeous trim that she put inside it. Look at that. It's beautiful. The only place I see things like this here would be for possibly wedding dresses, maybe in a shop that makes wedding dresses, but certainly not something that you could just go to the craft store and purchase. It's absolutely gorgeous. Rhinestones and little pearl centers, and I love the dangling things. It's going to be gorgeous. All these items that she sent are going to be used on a Beatrix Potter snippet roll that I'm going to make for myself, with all these beautiful images. She also sent this cute notebook. Look at this. Peter Rabbit notebook. So cute. Thank you so much for all the extras. And then look at this. She made a handmade card. Handmade by Edwina. Look at this gorgeous card. The layers on this card are just amazing. It's just amazing. There's a reflective piece underneath that looks like mirror, and then there's book text and tissue paper and laces and appliques and flowers and pieces of little ephemera. It's just absolutely wonderful. Look at this. Made especially for you. I'm going to put this into my art journal. I'm doing a page in my art journal about my swaps, and I'm going to have a 2-page spread in my art journal where when I do a swap with someone, I write information about them. I put their address, the date we exchanged, the size we decided on, what we sent, and I put pictures of what I sent, and then I'll take photos and put it in there. And this is going to get tucked in a pocket that I make especially for that page, because it's beautiful. She wrote me a beautiful sentiment saying thank you so much for the swap. It's beautiful. Love it. So I just want to say thank you so much, Edwina. The swap was a blast. It got me out of my comfort zone, making a snippet that was wider and longer than I've normally done. But I really had a blast because I love Beatrix Potter. That theme was awesome, and I did some things on mine that I don't normally do, and I know you did too. We talked about that, and yours is just, it's beautiful. Everything's beautiful. Thank you so much. So now I'm putting it out there that I am ready for my next person to swap with. So if you're from any place international, not in the United States, no offense, but I am looking for international to see. I love to see different things that come from different places around the world. I've always wanted to travel and I can't. So this is my way of bringing little pieces of those places to me. My next swap is with my friend Sabine in Austria, and I'm looking for, I'm ready and done and ready to swap with her. So then now I'm looking for my next person to swap with, and I would love it to be someplace like Australia or Poland, Japan. I've got a pretty big list of places, Russia, that I would love to find somebody new to swap a snippet roll with. So if you're interested, if you're seeing my videos and you're international, in the description box below, there is an email address. Just send me an email saying, hey, saw your video, interested in doing a swap with you. So thanks a lot for doing this swap with me, Edwina, and I appreciate everything that you sent. It's beautiful. And you've definitely warmed my heart. So thank you so much.